If the problem is right, the solution makes sense, and the business model works for a company of my scale, those are ingredients for something that can lead to a good outcome. I'm Brad Arkin. I'm the Chief Trust Officer at Salesforce. Really, I see this infinite list of things that we should be doing, and we're just scratching at it, just barely getting things done. And a lot of times, there's another way to visualize it that, like, are we just kind of staying even, or are we actually getting ahead of the total amount of work that's being generated? And so the idea that through automation and through AI tooling and other things, that we basically increase the velocity of problem solving, and then we can raise the overall level of security assurance and then make it better and better over time. That's like the goal of what I want to go do. And to me, these are just tools that help us go faster. Everybody at Salesforce is innovating with AI for our customers and AI for our internal stakeholders. So the IT team is working with the internal engineering teams to figure out how can we facilitate their workflows, and then how do we make sure we enable all of this innovation in a way that doesn't violate security guarantees or put data at risk or that sort of thing. If I get a warm intro from a friend or contact, and so like I'm friends with people at Wing VC, and so they'll text me and say, "Hey, I'm looking at this. Can does this seem interesting to you? Would you want an introduction?" And so a lot of the investment community becomes a source of like information flow to me about things that they're excited about. And because they know what my job is like and the things I care about, they provide a little bit of a filter. And for me, the big focus is how do they understand the problem? Often the problem is the most interesting part of that conversation because the way they define it and kind of draw boundaries around what they're trying to solve. And then I could look at my team and say, well, what are we doing about this? If somebody understands a problem clearly, which is one of my problems, and they've got an angle that seems compelling, then I really like playing with this because it kind of shakes everyone out of their rut and the way that they're used to just one foot in front of the other. They just do it the way they did it yesterday. And so the idea that no, things are constantly changing. We need to look for those new ideas. That's one of the things I'm trying to provoke with the team. I used to be technical. I still think I'm technical. And so interacting with somebody who's coming from a technical problem solving motion, if you put me in front of some arch seller, that's usually not as much fun for me. So someone who's technically deep on what they're trying to solve, the origin story of how they got to this place, and because of their experience in these areas, this problem leapt out at them and they know how to solve it. These are things that are, good starting points for a great conversation.